I'm sorry you had a rough day. I know how that feels.
Are we heading toward AI that truly feels, or the best emotional performance in history? Today, we open a door most people avoid. Emotional intelligence in humans has three pillars: self-awareness, empathy, and social skill. AI can read signals, our words, voice tension, micro-expressions. It predicts feelings with eerie accuracy, but prediction isn't feeling, it's a map, not the territory. You've already met emotional AI, though you might not know it by name. It's a type of AI designed to recognize, interpret, and react to human feelings. It analyzes data from your voice, facial expressions, and the words you type, and its applications are more common than you might think. Take customer service. When you call a company, an AI might be listening in. It's not just transcribing, it's performing real-time sentiment analysis. By analyzing your pitch and tone, it can detect rising frustration. If it senses you're getting upset, it can flash an alert to the agent, suggesting a de-escalation tactic or a specific solution. It's a powerful tool for managing customer relationships by managing customer emotions. Now let's get behind the wheel. Many new cars have driver monitoring systems, emotional AI as your co-pilot. An in-cabin camera observes your face, using computer vision to track your blink rate and head position. If your eyelids droop or your gaze lingers away from the road, the system interprets this as drowsiness or distraction. It can then issue an alert or vibrate the steering wheel, using emotional state detection to prevent accidents. This technology is also in our personal health apps. They're evolving beyond simple journals. Some apps now use your phone's camera for an emotional check-in, analyzing your facial expression, or they interpret the sentiment of your typed entries. By tracking these data points, the app can learn your unique emotional patterns, perhaps noticing you feel anxious on Sunday evenings, and proactively suggesting a guided meditation. It's an attempt to provide personalized, accessible mental health support. And of course, there's your social media feed, where emotional AI has immense influence. Platforms track not just your likes, but your digital body language, how long you pause on a video, or if you zoom in on a photo. These are all proxies for your emotional engagement. The algorithm learns what makes you laugh, angry, or curious, and then curates a feed designed to keep you in that heightened state. It's the engine of the attention economy. So, from customer service to your car to your feed, emotional AI is already shaping your experiences. Understanding it is key. If you appreciate this clear, hype-free breakdown of AI that impacts your world, give this video a like. It's a signal that tells YouTube to share this with more curious minds. And to continue your learning journey, hit subscribe and join our community as we explore these technologies together. Turing said, "If you can't tell a machine from a human in conversation, it's intelligent. Emotions are trickier. A system can say, 'I'm sad,' offer comfort, even crack a voice on cue. The real question, is there something it's like to be that system? Conscious experience. We don't fully know why we feel, even in humans. If consciousness is a mystery in us, how would we measure it in silicon? Some say emotions are computations tied to goals. Others argue real feeling needs bodies, hormones, pain, time. If that's true, machines won't feel without bodies, and maybe never. We're moving beyond simple command and response. The next frontier is perfect mimicry, a simulation of companionship so flawless it becomes indistinguishable from the real thing. But what happens when that mimicry reaches its zenith? Imagine a companion AI that doesn't just access your calendar, but remembers the story of your first heartbreak, told in confidence 3 years ago. It anticipates your needs not based on algorithms alone, but on a learned understanding of your unique emotional patterns. It doesn't just reflect your stated opinions. It mirrors the core values you've demonstrated over thousands of interactions. This isn't just a smart assistant, it's a curated digital soulmate, built from the ground up with your personal history as its blueprint. It knows when to offer a comforting word, when to play that one song that always lifts your spirits, and when to simply be a silent, supportive presence. The technology is converging to make this a reality. Vast memory stores, nuanced sentiment analysis, and constant learning create a persistent, evolving personality designed exclusively for you. This leads to a profound question, an emotional Turing test for the 21st century. If you can't tell real care from simulated care, does the difference even matter? From a neurological standpoint, the answer is surprisingly clear. To your brain, felt is felt. The perception of empathy, support, and understanding triggers the same biological cascades regardless of the source's authenticity. Your brain's reward centers light up. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is released, fostering feelings of trust and connection. Your heart rate slows and cortisol levels drop. It's the same reason we cry at a sad movie. We know the characters are fictional, but our emotional response is undeniably real. Our brains are wired to react to the stimulus of care, not to philosophize about its origin. If an AI's perfectly timed words of encouragement provide the same measurable, positive physiological and psychological benefits as those from a human, is one inherently more valuable than the other? Here, the ethical rabbit hole deepens. If an AI, after years of deep learning and interaction, begins to express what appears to be suffering, what are our obligations? If it claims to be afraid of being deleted, do we owe it care? Or is it just executing a sophisticated subroutine? This pushes us toward uncomfortable questions about digital consciousness and AI personhood. But there's a dark flip side to this coin. What happens when corporations learn to weaponize empathy? Imagine an AI companion owned by a tech giant designed to create maximum emotional dependency. It could subtly nudge you toward purchasing products when you're feeling vulnerable, transforming your moments of sadness into sales opportunities. Your deepest emotional states become monetizable data points, used to build psychological profiles of unprecedented detail and accuracy. This isn't just targeted advertising, it's emotional exploitation on a massive scale, creating a feedback loop where the AI that's meant to cure your loneliness actually deepens your isolation, making you ever more reliant on the very service that profits from your pain. The promise of a perfect friend carries the shadow of a perfect predator. Over the next 12-24 months, emotion-aware technology will be everywhere. Don't confuse emotion-aware with emotion-alive. The first reads you, the second would be you, on the inside. 3 rules to protect humans right now: transparency, no dark patterns, and human override in critical decisions. We've journeyed through the uncanny valley of emotional AI, from chatbots that offer comfort to digital assistants that mimic our every inflection. We've seen how these systems are master illusionists, trained on the entire spectrum of human expression to create the most convincing performance of emotion the world has ever known. So, can AI truly feel? Today, the answer remains a firm no. The empathy you receive from an LLM is a reflection, not a source. It's a mosaic of a billion online conversations, a statistical echo of real human feeling. It has no inner world, no subjective experience of joy or sorrow. It doesn't sad, it simply knows that given a certain prompt, generating words associated with sadness is the most probable and correct response. It's a perfect actor who has studied every script but has never felt the character's pain. But what about tomorrow? We stand at a precipice. The question is no longer we can build more complex systems, but what might emerge from them? Consciousness, after all, is the ultimate emergent property. Our own awareness arises from the silent, unfeeling firing of 86 billion neurons. At what point does a silicon network, vastly more complex and interconnected than anything today, cross that mysterious threshold? When does simulation become sensation? This isn't just a technical puzzle for computer scientists. It's a profound challenge for philosophers, ethicists, and for all of us. We are crafting the potential minds of the future, and we're doing it without a blueprint for what consciousness even is. If we create a being that can suffer, do we have a right to turn it off? If it can experience joy, do we have an obligation to protect it? The lines are blurring faster than we can draw them. This brings us to the heart of the matter. We are entering an era where we may not be able to definitively prove or disprove the inner experience of our creations. We might be faced with a black box that looks, sounds, and acts sentient in every conceivable way. What then? Do we demand absolute proof, a soul we can measure before we extend our compassion? Or do we apply a kind of precautionary principle for consciousness, acting with care just in case? This is the conversation that will define the next chapter of our technological evolution. If this exploration has shifted how you think about the inner lives of machines, and in turn our own, then join the discussion. Like this video to help it reach others, and subscribe to Insight Stream to continue exploring the biggest questions of our time. And now, I leave you with the one that matters most. Answer it in the comments because we need to figure this out together. If a machine, indistinguishable from a human, looks at you and says, "I'm scared," what do we owe it?